Hi, I'm David, and today I will be describing the process of digestion. To understand the process, you first have to know what digestion is. Digestion is the process of breaking down food into substances that can be utilized by the body. The digestive system in the human body is composed of the gastrointestinal tract, also known as the GI tract, which is basically a tunnel that runs throughout the body, as well as accessory organs. Digestion begins in the mouth. Food enters the mouth and is broken down mechanically by the teeth. Humans have heterodont teeth, which means that they have teeth that differ in structure and function. For example, incisors, which are located in the front of the mouth, are used for cutting, while molars are used to grind food and are located in the back of the mouth. Chewing food is known as mastication. The tongue is a muscular organ that moves food around the mouth to facilitate mastication. Salivary glands, which are an accessory organ, secrete saliva into the mouth, which moistens the food. This moistening, along with the chewing, forms a bolus. A bolus is a mass of chewed food that can then be swallowed. Swallowing is a two-phase process. First, there is the buccal phase, which is a conscious process. In this phase, the tongue pushes the bolus to the oral pharynx. After the buccal phase comes the non-conscious phase, the pharyngeal esophageal phase. During this process, the uvula closes off the nasal pharynx, the epiglottis blocks off the trachea, and the upper esophageal sphincter opens, allowing food to enter the esophagus. Muscles in the pharynx contract and push food down into the esophagus. This is the start of peristalsis. Peristalsis is the alternating contraction and relaxation of smooth muscle along adjacent points, which pushes food down the esophagus. When the food or bolus reaches the end of the esophagus, the lower esophageal sphincter opens to allow food into the stomach and then closes to prevent regurgitation. As food enters the stomach, it expands, which is facilitated by the rugae, which are the ridges within the stomach walls. The stomach's main function is mechanical breakdown of food. Stomach walls are muscular and churn in order to break down the bolus into smaller and smaller pieces. Pepsin, a digestive enzyme, and hydrochloric acid, also known as HCl, are secreted by the cells in the stomach and aid in the breakdown of the food. Along with mechanical breakdown, the stomach also absorbs some of the nutrients from the food, although that is not its main purpose. After the food has been broken down in the stomach for usually around 3 hours, the pyloric sphincter opens and allows the food to enter the first part of the small intestine, the duodenum. The small intestine's main function is absorption, which means it must have a lot of surface area. Therefore, the small intestines have circular folds, which have villi and microvilli on them. This increases surface area, which allows absorption to occur more efficiently. As food enters the duodenum, it continues to be digested and absorbed. The liver and pancreas, which are both accessory organs, secrete their products into the duodenum to aid digestion. The liver secretes bile, which is held in the gallbladder until needed. Bile is critical for the digestion of fats. It is secreted into the duodenum. The pancreas's acinar cells produce and secrete digestive enzymes that assist in digestion as well. Within the small intestine, segmentation occurs. This is localized contraction of smooth muscle within the small intestine, which breaks up the intestine into segments. This helps mix up and break down the food more mechanically. Food continues to move through the small intestine from the duodenum to the jejunum to the ileum, and then it enters the large intestine. The large intestine's main function is water reabsorption. However, some digestion occurs there through gut bacteria. From there, what's left of the food moves to the rectum and out of the anus as waste. This is the process of digestion.